Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. Let's jump right in. We've got an exciting video lined up for today. And again, it's been a pretty wild night across the board in crypto. So currently right now, looking at Bitcoin BCH on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, we're currently sitting just above that $1,400 mark. And again, we are seeing lower numbers than we saw yesterday. So clearly this crypto dip and these red that we're seeing is continuing. Now this is the crypto coin market cap here.com, and you can see that across the board we're seeing a very similar story to what we were talking about yesterday. Everything in the top 30 here is looking pretty red, down on average above 20% losses over the last 24 hours. And if we pull back and we look at the 7-day spread here, it's a very similar story with nothing holding on to any type of gain over the last 7 days. And this has been pretty much across the board here. Now this is a visualization seen here on cryptomaps.org, and you can kind of get a better picture of exactly what's happening here with losses being seen almost everywhere. And if we jump over to Bitcoin Core, similar story as well, well under 10k at this point, sitting currently at 9,500 USD. But again, it's anyone's guess to see where this could end. And like we mentioned yesterday, typically in January, you do see some considerable pullback as a lot of people are looking to get a better picture of what they're doing in the new year. So this is something that was foreseen in a lot of the industry. But again, we will continue to monitor this and speak about it briefly every episode. And we will continue to monitor these prices. But let's jump over to Bitcoin.com, because again, a lot is going on in the news, specifically an article that came out earlier here, the crypto bloodbath, as they call it here. Most of the altcoins swimming in the sea of red. If you want to check that out, I will leave a link to that in the description box. But there is a couple other stories here that I wanted to start with, and that is Tipprbot making the news here on Bitcoin.com. We've talked about this before in a few episodes, but if you're not familiar with the Tipprbot application here, basically it runs off of Reddit as well as Twitter. I'm more familiar with it on the Twitter, and how it works on Twitter is you want to put the currency denote here, so $sign works well. Put the amount there, whether you put it in cents or dollars, it's up to you, and then you simply put at Tipprbot right after it, and it will send the tip that you put in there directly to whose message you're replying to on Twitter. Now similarly on Reddit, you can use the /u/Tippr and enter the number of funds you want to send, and you can send them in tips over Reddit as well. It's a very cool platform, but it's really been taking off, and the reason that it's making news headlines here is that it's sent over 71k here, which is over 20,000 tips here just on Reddit alone. So this is pretty spectacular, and basically they're showing here that you're seeing around anywhere around $200 to $4,600 in BCH per day. Now that's pretty substantial, and as the popularity grows, you can only imagine that the success of the Tipprbot will continue. So check it out, head over to Twitter, and you can see exactly what's going on there with Twitter, or I should say the Tipprbot there. And it is run by Rocket R, which is another exciting feature of the Tipprbot, because basically they're helping merchants accept BCH here on the Rocket R gateway. And it's pretty exciting. Rocket R is basically a digital goods and payment processing firm. And so hopefully that'll be another company that really helps establish the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin Cash being accepted as a payment system. So pretty cool to see the success of Tipprbot continuing, and again, we will continue to follow that. But out of South Korea, there's an interesting petition coming out against the government in response to their newly regulatory systems here, and I'm sure that you will continue seeing more of that. And it's not just the one petition, there's a few of them, but notably the one has over 200,000 signatures. At the time of writing here, it had around 215,000. And again, they will be looking to get the government's response to this, but a couple notable response within the petition, I'll read them out here. Our people have been able to make a happy dream that they have never had in Korea because of the virtual currency. I might be able to buy a house in Korea, where it is hard for me to buy a house. And it continues to go on. The world you, the government, sees is different from the world our people see. You think you protect the people, but the people think the government takes away our dreams. Well said. It is very clear as day that the government is trying to just get a grip on the cryptocurrencies. but clearly the people are not too happy. Please do not take away our happiness and dreams that we had for the first time in Korea, it concludes. So pretty exciting to see the people standing up against this regulation and control. Where it will end up, it's anyone's guess, but as you know, like we mentioned in most shows, it really is happening all over the world, whether it's in Korea, China, Venezuela, or other parts, like we mentioned yesterday in France, as the government and the banks are doing everything they can to do their best to control the flow of money, as we know that they've lost the ability to create these currencies with the overwhelming demand of these cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin Cash. But again, as we know, whether it is slowed down here in South Korea, it will only prove to gain more traction in other areas around the world. So check us out over on Twitter. There's a lot going on, specifically an article that came out with Yours. Yours.org is an awesome platform that allows you to get paid for content. But the news that came out was the fund, Yours.org, raised $1.5 million from Bitmain and N-Chain. Pretty exciting and very generous of both Bitmain and N-Chain. Obviously, they see the good for promoting Bitcoin Cash and these platforms, as well as myself. Now, I talked about this platform quite a bit. I'll leave an article in a link, or a link to this article, I should say, to CoinGeek.com, which was written by Eli Afram, which is a great contact over on Twitter there, coming out with some really good news articles. So check that out. Otherwise, if you want to check out yours.org, you can do that. I'm going to try to get more involved, maybe post some of these videos over on yours.org. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. And if so, let me know what type of content you would like to see the Crypto Kid creating here, whether it's just posting the videos or maybe doing some short blog posts here in regard to these articles. Let me know in the comment box below. I would be very interested to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. And lastly, I did share this link on Twitter as well, showing all the different meetup groups for Bitcoin Cash that are happening all over the world. Now, this link was shared very generously, and it's kind of taken on a life of its own. Basically, that link was this one here at the top here, Genius/BCH Meetup, and it's being used, I guess, for a lot of meetup groups to kind of share where these local groups are being held. But the cool thing I wanted to share is it's up to 79 countries. Now, the significance of that is I just wanted to share the fact, the popularity of Bitcoin Cash and people like yourselves wanting to get involved. Now, you can see it's all over the world, and the success of Bitcoin Cash is spreading globally. You can see here, notably United States, France, Germany, Netherlands, Japan, Canada, UK, Korea, Australia, and the list goes on. So again, this is all support coming from you and others like you who really feel that Bitcoin Cash has a bright future. So again, I will continue to post these stories on the daily videos as well as Twitter, and hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. And again, I will continue to make these daily. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.